Good morning, students. Welcome to 8th Standard Social Science class. In today's class, let's learn about Geography 8th Unit Map Reading. So, children, listen carefully to this session. In case of any doubt, make a note of it. It shall be clarified during the online classes. Map and globe are important tools for geographers. So, map and globe are very important for a geographers to locate a particular place and also to locate the direction of a particular place. So, map and globe are important tool for geographers. Map helps geographers compare places and relate people's activity to the location where they live. So the map helps to compare places, means it helps to compare the distance from one place to another and also to find out the people's activity according to their location. And then the cartographers use various methods or techniques to make maps as precise as possible. So cartographers are the person who designs the map. Cartographer are the person who designs the map. So they use various techniques or various methods to make map as precise. Precise means make short or understandable as possible. They design maps in a way that they can be read and understood by people throughout the world. They design maps in such a way that they can be read easily and understood by people throughout the world. So the people can read the map and understand it easily. Now let's see what is a map. So far we have seen that map as well as globe, it helps to locate a place or else to find out the direction of a particular place. And also the cartographer. Cartographer are the person who design the map. So they design it in an understandable way. Let's see the definition for a map. Map is a visual representation of an entire or part of an area, typically represented on a flat surface. I repeat, map is a visual representation of an entire or part of an area, typically represented on a flat surface. The work of a map is to illustrate specific and detailed feature of a particular area, most frequently used to illustrate geography. The work of a map is to illustrate specific and detailed features of a particular area, most frequently used to illustrate geography. For example, water resources feature, soil feature, or climatic features. So it is the main work of a map. So from the map we can get the direction as well as the soil nature. So now let's see the definition for map reading. Map reading is an act of interpreting or understanding the geographic information portrayed on a map. Map reading is an act of interpreting or understanding the geographic signs which is portrayed on a map. So, understanding the map is called map reading. By map reading, the reader could be able to develop a mental map of the real world information by processing the symbolized information shown on map. By map reading, the reader could be able to develop a mental map of the real world information by processing the symbolized information shown on maps. So now let's see the difference between a map and a globe. So what is the major difference between a map and a globe? Map is very easy to carry. So wherever you go, you can carry the map. Whereas globe is not that much flexible. So it is the major difference Now let's see some other differences. Map gives a two-dimensional representation of certain regions or the entire world. So map gives a 2D representation of certain regions or the entire world. Whereas the globe gives the three-dimensional representation of the entire world, and it is a miniature form of the earth, model of the earth. So globe is the 3D representation of the entire world and is a miniature form of the earth, that is the model of the earth. Children, I hope you all are clear with the map as well as globe. So map is a portable, easy to carry, whereas globe is not portable. The map gives more details, whereas globe gives less details. Map is a two-dimensional image, whereas a globe is a three-dimensional model. That is the model of the earth. The study and practice of many facets of maps and map making is called cartography. It can be described as the art and science of map making. So map making reading is called cartography, and map making is the study of map. So the one who designs is called the cartographer. So the study of map is called as cartography. Now let's see the components of a map. So whenever you see the map, you can notice all the components. First one is the title. Every map has a title. Second is the scale. Third is the legend or key. And the fourth component is the direction. Fifth component is the source. Sixth component is the projection and locational information. Projectional and locational information. And the seventh one is the conventional signs and symbol. Conventional signs and symbols. Let's see each component in detail. First is the title. So every map has a title. For example, if you go and buy a map in a shop, you'll ask for India physical map, India political map, or India river map. So this is the title for a map. Now let us see the definition of title. Title tells about the contents of the map and is placed mostly at the top corner or at the bottom corner of the map. For example, if you go to a shop, if you ask for India river map, means it shows the rivers, the sources and destination of the rivers. So the title tells about the content of the map. The title tells what a map shows. A map's title gives us our first clue about its content. It usually describes the area shown on the map. It also identifies a map's main topic. The second component on the map is scale. Let's see the definition for scale. The scale is a ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. So you would have noticed on the map, this is the scale. So the scale is a ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. So why it is designed as that means, generally the cartographer, that is the person who designs the graph or the map, they cannot draw the map as the same size as that of a land. So they are representing it on a scale. For this purpose, maps are drawn to the scale, and also each map has its own scale, which is indicated on the map. So often the scale is shown on scale bar or line bar, a number placed below the title or somewhere at the bottom of the map. So this is the scale bar you would have noticed on the map, which will be below or bottom of the map. This is one of the example scale. 1 inch to 24,000 inches. 1 inch is equal to 24,000 inches, 2,000 feet land. Next comes the map scale, which has been classified into two types. Map scale is classified into two types: small scale and large scale. Small scale maps. First, let's see the definition of small scale maps. Small scale maps can show only major feature, omitting the minor ones due to lack of space. Small scale maps can show only major features, omitting the minor ones due to lack of space. For example, the world map. So, world map is the small scale map. It gives only the major features like the continents. Whereas a large scale map covers only a small area, but it shows a lot of details from that area. Small area, many details. For example, the district or taluk map of the state map, which provides more details than the small scale maps. Now let us see the difference between the large scale and small scale map. Large scale map shows a lot of detail of an area. For example, city streets, parks, business, etc. Small scale maps, less details, may show large features like highways. So this is an example of a small scale map and it provides less details. This is an example of small scale map which provides less details, whereas this is an example of a large scale map. This is an example of a large scale map because it is focusing on one particular state and providing more details. Scales on map can be represented in three different ways. Scales on map can be represented in three different ways. How the scales can be represented on a map? The three different ways are statement or verbal scale, representative fraction RF or ratio scale. The third one is the graphical or bar scale. Let's see it one by one. Statement or variable scale. From the name itself, we can say statement or variable means the scale is represented in words. In this method, map scale is stated in words, that is 1 centimeter to 1 kilometer. In inches equals 1 miles. In inches is equal to 1 miles. If the numerator is in centimeter, the denominator is either in meters or kilometers. 1 inches is equal to 28.5 miles. 1 centimeter is equal to 18 kilometer. So verbal scale is written as a statement. If the numerator is in inches, the denominator is in miles. Inches is equal to 28.5 miles. So verbal scale is written as a statement. One inches is equal to 28.5 miles. 1 centimeter is equal to 18 kilometers. The second different way is that representative fraction RF or numerical fraction or ratio scale. Representing fraction or RF or numerical fraction or ratio scale. Let's see the definition for it. It shows the relationship between the map distance and the corresponding ground distance in the same units of length. RF is generally shown as a fraction. So in this method, the scale is represented in fraction and not in words. That is RF, representative fraction. Representative fraction, RF. Say for example, RF is equal to length of the object in the drawing divided by actual length of that of object. So representative fraction is defined as the ratio of the length of an element of the object in the drawing of to the corresponding actual length of the corresponding element of the object itself. Representative fraction of 1:50,000 shows that 1 unit of length on the map represents 50,000 of the same units on the ground. That is 1 centimeter or 1 inches on the map represent 50,000 centimeter or 50,000 inches respectively on the ground. The third type of representation is the graphical or bar scale or linear scale. Graphical or bar scale or linear scale. Let us see the definition for a graphical or bar scale or linear scale. A graphic scale looks like a small ruler drawn at the bottom of the page. This line is divided and subdivided into lengths, each of which represents a certain distance on the ground. So it is like a graph. The three types of map scale are as shown below. Types of scale expressed as and their examples. So we have three types of scale. Verbal scale, a statement, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. Next comes the graphic scale, a line that represents certain distance. For example, this is the graph scale, 1 kilometer. Next, fractional scale, it is in ratio 1:25 or 1/25. So I hope you all are clear. So children, whenever you buy a map, have a look at this scale which is represented at the bottom of the map. So these are the types of scale. Now let's move on to the next component, legend or key. The next component, legend or key. A map key or legend is included in a map to unlock it. It gives you the information needed for the map to make sense. So a legend key is information which is provided in the form of symbols. For example, if you notice, H means hospital, airport. So it provides information. Map often use symbols or colors to represent things, and the map key explains what they mean. Maps often use symbols or colors to represent things, and the map key explains what they mean. For example, mountain area means the map must be shaded with brown colors. Symbols in the key might be picture or icons that represent different things on the map. Symbols in the key might be pictures or icons that represent different things on the map. For example, H for hospital. So these are some examples of legend or key. So have a look at it, children. Blue station. This dotted is town. Main objectives. underground objectives. Children, with this, we shall wind up with the session. We shall continue the other components in the next class. Thank you and have a great day.